Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Spencer.
And this is a board game rundown. Today we are going to talk about quests and cannons.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
The Risen Islands. All right. So this is designed by Eric and
Shannon
Geller. They were nice enough to send us a copy to review. This is a review copy that's been going around. This is all over Facebook. If you're paying attention, you're in any of these Facebook groups.
Yeah, we've been following it for like a year.
Yeah. And I've been eagerly waiting my turn in line to get a shot at playing this. No pun intended. So Dan, how does Quests and Cannons play?
Well, we did the 2v2v2 mode in a
Yeah,
6-player
we
game,
played six
so
players.
you can do free-for-alls, you can do 3v3, and all this kind of stuff. So we did 3 teams of 2. We thought that would be an interesting one to test out because we're guessing a lot of people haven't tested that one out. So we tested it out. I thought it played really well, but basically everyone has a player board here, and you have an asymmetric character ability. In the team mode, you guys need to be the same species. I don't know what you would call it, right? So
race.
This one is Delvish. So Spencer was my partner. He would also have to be Delvish, right? They have a Delvish ability and then a only them asymmetric ability, right? Your ship has whole health, and it gives you your starting equipment and your max for the different things. As you go around, you are going to be moving a ship, which actually we don't have a ship on the board because we're very smart.
We're smart.
But you're going to be moving a ship around, and when you go to a named island that have these question marks on them right here, you'll flip that over, and it will be a good. So this one is spice, for instance, and you can then fill up as much as you want of your hull with spice. Here we go, little ship and a little sail with the picture of who you're playing as on it. Just a beautiful little thing, like super easy, right? Nothing fancy, but perfectly does its job. I love this. And he's sinking right now. But anyway, so I would say, okay, well, I have one spot open, so I'll take that one spice and put it here, right? Cannons are for attacking each other. You have ammo dice here, the black ones. So if I have 2 cannons and I fire at someone, I would roll 2 black dice. And for every 4 pips that show, you do 1 whole damage to them. So I have 5 here. I do 1 damage to whoever I was shooting at. You also collect sails, which during your turn, you can flip over and open them, unfurl them, right, to add movement points. So if I had 1 action, I could move 1 and then unfurl sail for an extra, or unfurl both for 2 extra, right, and move 3 for 1 action. You have 3 actions per turn. There are different spots. There is open water here, which is just 1 action point to move into. Rough water here, I don't know exactly what it's called, which is 2 movement to move into. And then the Kraken.
Stormy Seas.
Kraken. And then the Kraken, or Treacherous Sea, takes just 1 to move into, but then you roll a die, this blue die here, and a 1 through 3, you take a whole damage, and then you have to spend an action to get out. But you get these little pluses here. You get a +1 and a +2 that add to your die when trying to escape Krakens. So you get less and less stuck as you move on. If you roll a 4 through, that would have been cool. If you roll a 4 through, and through
the magic of editing, he will roll a 6.
Then you not only don't get damage from the Kraken, but you actually get to move out of the Kraken for free. So that's nice little way of extra movement. There are 2 trading posts on the board. There are 3 trading posts on the board here at the center. And they let you do certain things like, obviously trading, getting goods, stuff like that.
Buying map clues, selling map clues.
There's everything you can do with a trading post.
The player aids were great. I really hope that some of that's included in the final game. I'm sure it will be, but they were fantastic.
There are 2 that we were just putting in between each player because we were playing teams, right? So each team would just have each one between them. We thought that worked really well. But and then there are 3 outposts as well, which let you upgrade your ship. That's how you get more cannons and sails
Repair
and heal
your
yourself and stuff like that. And then the main point of the game, right, is there's a little score tracker here for each player color team, however you're playing. 1st to 15 wins. And we are doing that by getting map clues and kind of going to certain areas, right? A map leads you to a certain island. Pretty thematic here. There are also quests that say, this one says turn in a gem and 3 coins at any trading post, and you'll get a prosperity, which is the victory point. You'll see the picture next to the victory point tracks. And this one gets you 2 coins back, so that's actually only a 1 coin loss. That's pretty good. And then there is loot, which we can't go over all the different kinds of loot, but there's loot that actually attaches to your ship.
Of crazy stuff.
Like I had one loot that said, all incoming damage is -1 from enemies shooting at me. That's something I could have equipped.
I had one that said if I sank, everyone in every space around me takes 3 hull damage.
Wow.
Yeah, that was really
I had one
good.
to reuse all my sails, so I could have moved like 6 in one big.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then there are ones that are like one-time use abilities. Most of them seem to be one-time use
Most of them are,
abilities.
Yeah.
And then I think that's basically
That's basically
everything
it.
covered.
Yeah.
That's
There's a little bit of pick up
cannons.
and deliver. There's a little bit of you can attack and gain prosperity by sinking other ships. Sinking other ships is tough to do because unless you find like a wounded
A wounded
guppy like myself
Like Tim.
limping around the sea.
He had 1 life for most of the game, just chugging along.
And I didn't even get shot by anybody. It was because I kept failing these dang treacherous sea rolls.
I'm just telling you, it was
I mean,
tempting on the last turn. I passed right by you. I was like, I could take a
I
pot
was
shot.
waiting. I was waiting.
And I
for
even
somebody to
repaired
do
you
it.
once.
Yeah,
really could've
I
actually- that
immediately
would've
went back and
subtracted
got
You're like,
rid
oh,
of it.
thanks.
Very good.
No, stop doing that.
I think
I
it's
didn't
3.
realize that would have
Yeah.
done that.
How much you get?
When you
get
when you
3.
sink, you lose 3, right?
Or no, if you gain 3 if you sink without getting shot by somebody else.
That's
You
what
lose
you
3. That makes
Right.
sense.
So if Spencer would have sunk me, I don't believe I would have lost prosperity. You guys would have gained it.
Right. So
Right.
we would have.
Because
we
the
could have won a
penalty,
different way.
Or one
if I
turn
had
earlier.
sunk myself, the penalty would be that we lost 3.
Interesting.
We should have made you do that.
Yeah. Don't worry, I was well on my way.
But there's also, I guess, one last mechanic I can think of right now, which is as you have these quests and you complete them, you'll get rewards, right? But then you hold on to the treasure maps, if you
Right.
want to call them that, and then you can go back to one of your starting ports, your team's starting ports,
Yep.
and kind of turn those back in so that other pirates can use them, right? And you get more victory points for returning the map, right?
It's like a secondary
It's
quest.
like take it back to your library, and you get rewarded for
it works.
actually turning it back
Yeah.
in.
Works pretty well. So,
Yep.
go. I mean, what were we gonna say about?
I want to say super balanced. It came down to like we were all about to win in the last
Yeah,
turn.
almost
Yeah.
every player could have forced a victory on their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really close.
Even my leaky
leaky
sinky
ship, dinghy.
ship.
Yeah, your,
Yeah, we were really
your
Could've-
leaky dinghy could have
because
helped.
I was really close to. I was basically a space away from getting into an outpost to finish a quest.
Yeah, it was
That
seriously
would've
like
pushed us over the
11
edge.
to 13 to 13. I
Yeah.
think, going into the last
Last
round
round.
because of how it turned out. But-
Yep. Yep. So I mean, yeah, it was pretty balanced. I liked the team aspect of it.
Same.
I actually don't think I'd want to play this free for all. I thought it played really well as a team. You can if you go on
Into
an
the same
area,
spot.
same
You can
spot as a
trade.
teammate. You can trade almost anything you have. You know, with your coins, your ammo,
Loots
your
and-
loot,
Yep.
your resources. You know, you can just trade
makes sense.
your
Yeah.
quests because you can be like, my
was
quest
about to
takes
do
me
this,
like
you
I
go
have a
do
quest
that.
on either side of the map. You take this one, go left. I'll take this one and go right.
Yeah.
Right, that kind of
Yep.
thing.
6-player
Super
free
neat.
for all on this sounds so chaotic and
Chaos.
stressful.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Right.
Yeah,
If
like
you
we've
want
played
that.
We've played some pirate games in the past with
Sure.
with a high player count free for all, which is madness. But you go into it like this is
It's
gonna be
madness.
madness.
Yeah,
and that's
Yeah,
not-
sometimes you
and
want a
that's
little
not
madness.
necessarily bad.
All right.
But I thought it played
I enjoyed
really well.
2v2v2. I thought that
Yeah.
was super cool.
Yeah.
That was a really. I think it spread
lends
things out
well.
enough.
Yeah.
This game lended itself very well to that. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
There was way more communication than I thought there was going to be too about showing each other the quests. I need to go this way. We can pass each other
Right.
here and hand
And
stuff
swap
off.
the goods
Right.
off and go
Yeah,
other
like there was a
ways
point
and-
where he was gonna sell a bunch of lumber, and I said, oh well, you know, let's look at my quests first and see if we can pass each other. Maybe you give me the lumber, you know, instead of selling it and stuff. So there was actually a lot more talking than I initially thought there might be in a team game like this, because it really is quest completion, pick up and deliver, like at
Right.
the core.
At the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
With a bunch of other stuff there, but like at the core, it's that. And I was like, how much communication is there going to be in a team game, which is part of the reason I pushed for a team game. And I loved it. I loved the way it played as a team game.
Yeah, and again, I mean, now we have a prototype,
Right.
but I would just say, components wise, right?
Amazing.
If this
look
stuff
fine.
carries over into the final design, I love the colors. Like the board just pops. Even like you could tell this board's seen some love, right?
Yep.
But it still photographs really well. Like you take pictures and the colors are all still very vibrant. The way your ship boards work.
I love the
man.
player boards.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys
Where?
noticed this, by the
Like,
way, but this
that slides
character,
out.
this character is in a dual layer area right here when I chose my character. And then obviously you
the
can
ships
see all
coming
these.
out, the
Yes.
cannons. It's awesome.
It's so customizable,
yeah.
right?
And then depending on who you are, tells you like what
much
how many
cargo and
sails
stuff
you can
you get,
have,
yeah.
how much
Yeah.
how many cannons you
Each-
can have. Yeah.
They do a
it's-
really good job. They do a really
yeah.
good job. I think now, I don't want to criticize the rule book or how it's laid out or anything because this is prototype.
Correct.
I hope
but
that
it's huge.
Well, it's huge. I hope
You're showing the boring white side.
It's huge.
I would like to think that when we get down to the final one, it's going to be laid out a little bit better, a little more streamlined with like where, like just everybody starts with this, even X, Y, Z.
Sure,
blah, blah, blah.
a little bit of redundancy to back up teaching.
Some stuff could be kind of missed easily when you're just trying to buzz through real quick. But again, not really a fair criticism because this is a prototype.
Right. Yeah, not its final form.
Yeah, if they get around to it, a good addition would be a more detailed explanation of some of these abilities. We did have one where it took us a good 5 minutes to figure out what the ability actually was.
Well, no, it took us. It took you 5 minutes.
You 5
it took
minutes.
us 5 minutes.
But we had an argument
that
between them.
the
That's
way.
the point. It would have all been avoided if Spencer wasn't playing. No.
but I do want to say, though, there were
That's fair,
6
though.
people playing, and we played this game in what? An hour?
Yeah, we taught.
I mean, that's crazy.
Everyone had to learn it.
I was
Everybody
the
was
only one
learning.
that had played it before.
you did play it once before. That's right.
Okay.
So I was familiar with the rules, but I mean, I was still going off the
But
rule
also,
book
I know
for
you
a lot
guys
of
don't
stuff.
know this, but anytime Tim's familiar with the rules, you kind of reteach it anyway.
Right. Yeah. Have somebody else read the rule book, too.
Hold on a second. Can everybody have a good time?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I think that's my own
You're
fault, though.
welcome. You're
The
welcome.
only criticism I would have, I mean, this isn't even a criticism. The only suggestion I would have, I know you guys are listening, Quest and Cannons over there. So these images are linked to a color, right? So this bird person right here has a blue name, so they score on the blue track, right? This person has a red name, so they score on the red track. So maybe just add an outline of that team's
player color.
I think that was Jeff's idea.
To make it easier to identify.
on their flag,
Jeff's
so
suggestion while
that
we
because
were-
when there's
Six
six
ships.
people out here,
It gets crowded.
it's just geez, why can I not
no.
stand these
Yeah,
up
dude.
right now? When we played, they never fell over, and now I'm knocking them over all the time.
But you also notice this is not on the same team as the birds. This is a different team, but it's got the blue color. This one's supposed to be green. So they should definitely be color coding those names.
They might be. They might
Oh,
be.
interesting.
Again, this
Yeah.
is a prototype.
Off the look, I thought it was the name that was
Right.
that linking it, but maybe it's something else. Maybe they're not color coded. If not, I think maybe they should be for ease of
It's
teaching.
this one here.
And-
These
and
are
ease of
people
use.
Slightly different colors here.
Yes.
They could
I mean,
make
it's obviously
that,
not
make
finished
that
yet,
green.
right? I mean, we still have question mark people.
Right. And again, they might not be linked to the color specifically. It might just be cool art and everything. I just think for ease of teaching and ease of playing, just linking them by that color, I don't see how that hurts gameplay. We've only played once.
There's a lighter blue versus a darker blue.
Correct.
Yes.
That's what he was saying, yeah.
But-
But then, so the colors are light blue, dark blue, and red on everyone, right? So
Right.
why not just make them green, blue, and red
Right.
and have them
no,
linked
yeah,
to those?
Yeah. Again, prototype. So who
Right.
knows?
That's just a
Prototype.
suggestion. Maybe that is the plan. Maybe it would ruin the game.
It'll
by
look
doing
totally
that. I
different
don't
when you
know.
look at this video and it's already out.
Except hopefully these.
I'm reading through
know,
the players.
Those would be nice.
They-
That'd be
yeah.
nice.
There's a lot of
incredible.
players to select
Thick.
from. Like 6,
So this will be coming to
Factions.
Kickstarter really soon.
8.
Again, they've got a very active Facebook community. So
Yeah.
if you find them on Facebook, go to Quest and Cannons. You might be able to find it also like Short Hop Games.
Right, there will be a link in the description, of course, leading you to the Kickstarter once it is live. So keep an eye out for that. If we can get a link to the preview page at
Sure.
some point, that will be in the description until the official one is out.
So without giving it like an actual like
Right.
numerical review.
Yeah, we don't rate games that have not. Well, we might have in the past, but we try not to rate games that have not been released.
Well,
yet.
let's just go off of a general recommendation.
Right.
So where do you guys come down on like a general recommendation?
I
for-
know where Bob falls on this, and I'm close to Bob. I love pirate games. I wish there was more of them, at least more thematic pirate games. Because, yeah, you can play, like, Libertalia's, like a classic pirate game, right? Kind of hard to find now. But, like, it's not a pirate
not
game,
yeah,
you know?
right.
Like, and this
You're not
really,
swashbuckling.
this really does feel good as a
Yep.
pirate game. Now, if you're going to do the more assault pirate to where you're actually, like, shooting down ships and stuff, that's a specific play style you got to really try to play. It's definitely, again, the core is more pick up and deliver. Treasure hunting, I guess you would call it, right? And that comes through in spades. And as far as a pirate game goes, I loved this game, and I would recommend this game to almost everybody. It's really not overwhelming, right? It's not like, oh, this is too complicated for my younger sister to play or something, right? Like, it's really not that complicated.
I played it with my 9-year-old.
Right, exactly.
And we didn't attack each other. But other than that, she had all of the mechanics down.
So
and we could have attacked each other.
If
I
you
just didn't
don't hate pick up and deliver, and if you don't hate pirates, like I mean hate, I would truly recommend this game.
Yeah.
I'd say keep an eye out for the Kickstarter. This is an awesome experience, and this is just the core game on Kickstarter. Who knows what else is going to happen on that Kickstarter?
Spencer, thoughts?
Oh, I liked it. I definitely agree. I think the team versus team was very fun. The interaction was great. I'm not so big into pirate games, but I enjoyed them, and I enjoyed this one. I would definitely recommend this. My daughter be able to do this.
Yeah.
I made it through the entire thing without ever taking any damage or firing a single shot.
Well, that won't happen again.
Made yourself a target. Now.
So what about you, Bobby? What do you think, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome, right?
This is our resident pirate game.
Yeah. Well, the dual-layer player boards, and I hate mentioning this game in context with this game, but this does for me what I wish Seafall would have done.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? Like the whole customizing your ship, getting more sails, being able to move more, increasing your cargo hold, being able to. I mean, it's great. Like it's like a Blackfeet, but it adds so much more like stuff to it, customizable. Like we love asymmetrical player powers, and it gives us that too. The different types of cards, like the loot cards were so crazy. Some of the stuff that I could have done, I was literally giddy, waiting for someone to attack me so I could make them re-roll all their dice and stuff like that. But so it's great.
And we haven't even mentioned yet the fully customized
the modular
boards.
map.
Yeah, the board is fully modular, so you just put these in
impassable terrain.
Wow,
and
cool.
there's impassable terrain. There's other tiles.
That we didn't use.
Like just I would even just put these face down like this, the impassable terrain side up on the side, and then just randomly build the map when you start playing, right? And just enjoy. And maybe if there's a obvious imbalance, like all the
you would need to
all
make
the
sure
Krakens are here.
You would want to make sure
posts.
that when you flip them over, you're getting the islands
that you need.
Those map clue cards would need to be taken out.
Right.
Certain islands, you could almost do like an exploratory one, right? You come out here when you get to an edge. Okay, you populate those spaces. Crawl out of like, I get this tile and this tile.
Those islands.
That'd be so cool. Yeah, house rule or variant. Who knows?
Yeah,
right.
Who knows?
Right.
Variant.
We got to print the timeline.
Uh-oh.
No, this is really solid, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been excited about this for a while. Just following it on Facebook, I'd seen early stuff, and had reached out to Eric Geller and was like, hey, I know we're a small channel, but if we get a chance to review this, we'd love to really to look at it. And it didn't disappoint, which is nice because sometimes when you're pressing real hard, let us see your game, and then it's clearly this is not the case.
No.
Watching everybody, I had almost as much fun watching everybody else with delight, flip over the pieces on their ships. The discovery, watching you guys discover the unfurling of your sales mechanic and just adding stuff. And I mean the jokes that go along with it and everything, but just seeing all the cool things that everybody can do.
When Jeff ended his spot next to me and I was like, I could shoot him and just get really far away. And then I have a card that if he enters my space, I get to move away again.
Yes.
Perfect.
Took a cheap shot and it was on the run away. 3 turns.
That was so much fun.
So, I mean, there's a ton of possibilities and things you could do with this game to really just shine right out of the box. Let's just assume that this is core game, nothing extra, no frills. This is how it comes when you get the base game. I mean, this is really good, right? I mean, it's a lot of fun. Now, granted, I would almost always want to play 2v2v2.
I thought it played so well, especially because this map is obviously always this size because of how this layout
Links
is,
together.
right?
Yep.
So it doesn't change size compared on player count. So
well,
I thought
you could shrink. You could shrink things, right? You could.
I guess that's true. You could make the outline only
smaller.
Impassable terrain. That's a great point. I didn't even think about that.
You could do some things to make it so that the map is a little smaller.
But I was just saying that with this size and shape of map, I thought that the 6 players and 3 teams played incredibly well.
And I'll tell you, just playing 1v1 with my daughter, and I didn't even because rules and reading the rule book and me. I just did the quick setup for the map and didn't look that there was a 2-player setup. But Mallory and I were just going around and exploring all the stuff. And I mean, we had an awesome time just flipping over and exploring.
What's over here? Ooh, what's over here?
Yeah. And so it didn't even matter. And it's still, we played in under an hour, and that's me playing, teaching her how to play and, reminding her every once in a while, this works like this. and but she just had an awesome time, just filling, order filling,
Right.
picking up and delivering specific things, and yeah, I mean, this is pretty good. It's pretty accessible. I think that this one's got legs.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll have to see
Sea
what.
legs.
Yeah.
Haha.
But
And also-
with that, it's really pretty.
And also, how about that box art?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, the box
is
art's super cool.
fantastic.
Again, though, that color, like the colors all pop. If they keep using these kind of colors, right, with everything throughout production,
She's a jackalope.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's gonna do really well.
Not only is the board modular, but there's so many different kinds of loot. I didn't see any that were the same.
Sure.
There were no repeats.
Oh, yeah, no.
We only went
The loot
through a
cards,
few
yeah,
of them.
Yeah, there's a few.
So there's
there are
just
some
so much more
repeats, but yes, there's
replayability.
a ton. There's a ton in here. There's a ton of replayability. We only played to 15 points. You could play up to 25.
Yeah, we technically played less points than you're supposed to in the 2v2v2.
Oh yeah, it's
but
supposed to go to 20 or
yeah.
25.
It
Yeah.
says you can. I
but
mean,
it was a
exactly,
learning
but
game.
it didn't feel like we cut the game short. It felt
Yeah,
like a
it
full
would
game.
Yeah, it would have been
It was
over much quickly afterwards anyway because we were all
Yeah,
about to
I
score
mean,
a
all
bunch
had
of
a bunch
points.
of stuff to
maybe
do,
another 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
gonna say.
again,
I don't even know about that.
to
yeah.
play a 6-player game in basically an hour is amazing.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
Yeah.
amazing. Because normally I'm like, like unless it's a game I really want to play and it's going to be a long,
Yeah.
long time, or it's like a party game, I don't want to play a 6-player game.
Yeah.
Like I want to play like a 3 or 4-player game because they'll
Sure.
go faster. But this did not have that issue.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, it's fantastic.
Yep.
It's really. I'm excited to see
Yeah.
what happens. I know one guy on this panel is back in this when it pops out, if not two. And but yeah, so this is Quests and Cannons, and thank you Eric for sending us this so we could play. I really appreciate it because we all had a really good time. It was a good opportunity, and so I recommend anybody watching this. Find them on Facebook. If this is something that interests you, find them on Facebook and just follow their page.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can put the Facebook link in the description as well. So we'll have the Kickstarter when it's up and the Facebook link in the description for you guys to check it out. I highly suggest checking it out.
Yeah, and there's already a ton of other people that have got review videos and stuff like that. So you're gonna see a bunch of different opinions. I haven't watched any of them
Nope.
because I wanted to go in spoiler free.
Yeah, all I
only-
had seen was some artwork reveals.
Yeah, and some, like,
the basic
pictures.
theme of the game
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, I'd only basically watched the stuff that Short Hop put out, and that's kind of it. And that got me kind of hyped for it.
Yeah.
So right
Sweet.
on. For the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
I've been Bob.
I've been Dan.
And I've been Spencer.
See you next time.
Thanks for checking out the Board Game Rundown. If you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our videos on social media and spread the word. We publish new content weekly, including reviews, unboxing, and Let's Plays. And as always, thanks for watching.